Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 8:02 and he still ain't here. Right. Exactly. I feel like we keep having this conversation all the fucking time, and I don't know what the fuck to do. Girl. Mm, mm. It's just so unprofessional. Right. Exactly. 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 Mm-hmm. That was what I was saying too. Mm-hmm. Right. It's like, it's just not respectful of my time. You know what I'm saying? It just
Right.
feels like, like the girls just be like, whatever the fuck, so okay, well, okay, so it looks like he finally showed up, girl. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Are you finished with your imaginary conversation?
I don't know who I'm talking to. All I see is a blue chair.
My face is right here. Thank you very much.
Exactly, Lola. Dump that zero and get with a hero. Come on, Lola. Is this gonna be the BGKH show with Dominion and Lola? No. Hey, dear. I'm glad to see you finally joined us.
So, hey, glad to be here. And I logged in right when you clicked the button. So there is that, but that's okay. But I'm here. I'm actually just putting my cup together. And that's why I'm standing up and you can't see me, but I'm still standing right here. Hey, everyone. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Oh well, Lola was still the first one in. Lola is on a winning streak here at 7:58. And eccentric. I wore this shirt in your honor. So I was going through and I was picking out my wardrobe for the evening. And I was like, oh yeah, let's pull that out.
Hey, peoples. How
Well,
y'all
hi.
doing?
I'm so glad you could join us. It really does warm my heart to see you here.
You know, and it should. That's where I'm at.
I'm warming lots of other places too.
Well, there's always a shot. They have pills and things like that to help you out for all these other warm, tingly places. But but listen, I will drive you to the CDC just to get your shots. I'm here.
No, no, no. I'm
I'm
good
here
because
for
you
you.
because the kind of pain I'm feeling, I need to get there on time.
I am here for you. Well, they stay open 24 hours, the emergency room. So it's really not like it's not a bad thing at all.
How are you doing, my beloved?
I'm okay. I am getting myself in here, and today was just one of those days, and it's still kind of going
Just
on. And
one of them days
yeah, like
that a girl goes through.
I can't stop thinking about work shit, and that's a problem for me because I then wound up saying, "All right, let me go clear my mind. Let me go get some walking done and do something so I can kind of let it out." Yeah, it still didn't come out, so I'm a little annoyed, but I know what that means for me.
I need to send you this app that I use when my mind, especially when I can't fall asleep because I keep thinking about work, and it generates sounds, so it generates soundscapes. So I just put on the waterfall and go back to the memory of when I was in Cancun. Was that last year? Yeah, and the massage underneath the waterfall, and that usually a lot, and I concentrate on like remembering the pattern of the water of the because you basically you took the ride on the boat underneath the waterfall, and then they had a little grotto under the waterfall where they did the massages. So like it was this pattern of the water on the wall and the soundscape. So this takes me back to that moment. That and a little vodka.
Um, it is more than likely going to be some vodka once I get finished with this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just a little tired, and we talked about it before. Like this was not one of those days where I wanted to cancel the show, but I was surely sitting there thinking like, ugh, Now I gotta go and smile at these damn people and talk about my damn week.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, we could.
No, I know, but the thing for me is, I there's a part of me that knows I need to do it because if I don't, I'm going to stay in this funky mood, and I just got to get out. I got to shake it off and get out of it for a little bit. But that has nothing to do
Shake,
with
shake it off.
right. That has
Oh,
nothing
when
to do
Taylor Swift said.
with all with everybody here. So Lola or Eccentric, I see Manga and Dez, and so that has nothing to do with y'all. It's just in general, just thinking like you wake up that morning, you're like, oh God, I gotta go to work today. You're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I fell in at, um, but it's all good. Today is today's a good day because I woke up to see today. And today's a good day because I'm in my own place. Today's a good day because I was able to buy myself some dinner and all that good stuff. So like all those things make it a good day. So I'm trying to hold on to that. I got a job, I got healthcare benefits, all that good stuff. Like I'm holding on to all of that. So by me holding on to all of that, I'm trying to let go of some of this other crap. But that's pretty much been my day. So how was your day? How was your week?
I'm on vacation, so
Okay. So you in that place of peace.
I am, and I was telling Pap earlier today that I've been struggling with feeling guilty for not getting more accomplished. But then I was like, girl, fuck that. I'll get shit accomplished next week. So, I did get a lot of shit done. I went over the list of all of the stuff that I had done this week. I cleaned out a storage space. I'd have moved a whole bunch of furniture. I'd have, helped the girls do this, that, and the other. And, so I did get a lot of stuff done. So, and I've been,
So wait a minute.
wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt you, but it's so funny because I just read Eccentric message, and the funny thing is, how about I do have this jacket on me? I gotta take this fucking.
And then take that fucking jacket off.
So that's where the fuck we at. That's where
Listen,
I'm literally at.
Listen, if you try to leave, you better learn to sell pussy in Iceland. Because if I find you, I'm going to cut your fucking throat,
baby. Listen, that's where my day and my evening is. But like I said, I'm holding on to all the good stuff. I got my child in here. I'm ready to wring her neck because why are you on my couch? Can you get off my couch, please? Thank you. Get off my couch. Thank you, sugar. Appreciate you. So it's all good. But I'm sorry, I interrupted you. You were talking about your week.
So the girls was giving it to me on Friday. They was letting me have it. They were like, "Oh, we know you're gonna be gone for the next week. So I'm gonna need you to get all these 25,000 things done." I got 27,000 things done, and then I was like, "Return." That's an old school reference for you girls that don't know what a typewriter gives.
Baby. or the ding.
Exactly. And so I dipped out of there and logged off. I stayed on until 6 because normally I'm in on 5. But we also had a brand new person because remember we fired old boy last week. So we had a new person start. And ideally, I would not have a new person start and then be out on his second week. But neither was I not going to take my vacation. So
yeah, and you also had that planned, and they chose where they were coming in. So I mean, like,
actually, I did remember this was not my doing. So,
well, yeah, you had plans.
I had plans, and those plans were not going to change. So we got all of that done, and I started my week of whoring around with a lovely play date, and we made him do a couple of things that he say he don't normally do, and by I gave him a couple of orgasms.
Got you
Out the booty hole. So
I mean, but it's a booty hole. So I mean, like what? I mean, what are you talking
exactly
about? It's a booty hole.
And so that was
get out of my room. Get out. Sorry,
close the door.
I just did. Hello.
You people and your kids, you just be like, just tell them to get out of the room and close the fucking door. I mean, God, we're trying to have a meeting here.
Listen.
And then the worst part, they be wanting to get on the screen and be like, hi, I'm my name is, I, I would like to, um, uh, uh, look what I can do.
which you've never lied about, though.
Which I'm just like, what? I want to say this in the nicest possible way.
Just say it.
I don't give a shit about your children. I do not. I do not want to see them on cameras. We have a lot of meetings at work, right? And so I tend to keep my meetings to 30 minutes. So we cannot spend 20 of those, or 10 of those minutes with your child, be that a human child or a fur child, cutting up in the background, making all kinds of noise or doing whatever, because they always want to do that right when you're supposed to be speaking.
Listen, and I know mine. I know she. Listen, she was just excited. I don't allow her in the Gay Boy condo studio, and I don't allow her in my bedroom. That is my personal choice. I know everybody allows their kids to go wherever they want. I'm not a big fan of having my cat on my pillows. And until she can learn that she can get on my bed and she can stay in one particular spot, then no, you just can't come in because I don't even want you in there. I don't want you underneath my bed. I don't want you playing with none of my shoes, which is another issue. So it's like, you want to claw that? Nope, we're not doing that. So get out of there. And so coming into the studio, I just don't want her in there either, because what I don't want her to do is jump on my computer or jump on any of this electronic equipment at all. And then I really would be in a pickle because I would be so mad that I now have to pay for this funeral for my child, but I still don't have no damn electronic equipment. So it's just choices, and that's all that it is for me.
Yeah.
So, but no, I get it. I do get it.
And the rest of the week, like I said, I went and cleaned out my storage space and moved all of my stuff to another storage space. I got rid of some bookshelves, cleaned all of those up and sent that over, made some good soup, and got a cute little blowjob yesterday. I was on my way to go see Demaya, and midday dudes hit me online. It was like, and I was like, I got errands to run. He was like, let me just come over real quick. I was like, but I got errands to run. He was like, let me just come over real quick. I was like, you know what? I'm on vacation. Exactly. Come on through.
Exactly.
So that was a fun time. And then, here we are today. I got some other stuff done today. I updated my website and got all of that stuff done. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to upload for that. And then I fucked around and forgot that I was supposed to be leaving town tomorrow. So now I got to pack tonight.
How did you fuck around and forget that you're leaving town?
Because I booked a hotel on Hotwire or wherever I booked it at, hotels.com. And then I started doing some other things. I talked to my financial advisor, and then I got busy. Someone wants me to potentially be on their podcast to talk about humiliation play and a bunch of other stuff. So I needed to send them some articles, and then I was like, is that stuff on my Linktree? And that led me to my website, and I couldn't access the website because I didn't download a certificate. And then I was on that, and then I looked up, and it was like 6:30. And so then I was like, all right, I got to get ready for the show. But I mean, I'm just going to New York for a couple of days. I'm always, it don't ever take me more than an hour and a half to get done. So I'll get that done tonight and then be on the train tomorrow morning and go for, another weekend of whoring around. So my goal for Wednesday is fourfold. I'm going to spend time with Cortez.
Cool.
I am going to the Onyx Bar Night. I'm going to play with the bitch. Well, fivefold. I'm going to go spice shopping at that spice store that I told you about.
Right.
And then I'm going to take the bus I'm
Let it
going to
let it sink in. Let it sink in. Let it sink in.
I'm going to take the bus on Friday
Let it sink in. It's all
out
right.
to New Jersey to go to this Korean spa for a day of relaxation.
Let it sink in. Let it sink in.
Well, yes, eccentric. I'm taking the bus because she's not, it's not like I can just take the path to it. It's like in the suburbs in New Jersey. So there's really no way to get there. I could take the path and all that, but actually I don't even need to take the bus. I forgot there's a free shuttle from downtown, the Dunkin' Donuts near Port Authority. So I just take the shuttle and I'll just do that and then I'll be good to go. And then yeah, so I'm planning to have a good old time in New York City just in time to be back and be back to work on Monday.
Yay. Something else I didn't mention. This past week was my on the 30th. It was my 33rd anniversary. Me and my line brothers, we
You
spent.
talked about it last week. You said that you all want to get together, so I assumed it was the anniversary.
Yeah, we did. And so, but that was interesting because when we chatted for like when we chatted, it was, it's amazing how after 30 something years, we kind of fell right back into where we were. And it was a very brief conversation, but that was a fun thing. And I had to remember that as also one of the good things that's going on. So I'm just thinking about that and very happy. And the reason I brought that up is also because my dean, his anniversary was the 2 days ago, and so I reached out to him to say happy anniversary. But it was just kind of good to get back in touch with some of the bros from the chapter. So it's good. Not that I'm not in touch with them, but my daily life doesn't necessarily have a whole bunch of my chapter stuff going on, which is fine. But that's a decision that I made a long time ago. But yeah, but it's always good to get in and have that moment. So we definitely did this weekend. So I'm very happy about that. So just putting that out there. Yeah. Yay.
All right. Well, hopefully we can cheer you up with a little online shenanigans.
Listen, I need all of the online shenanigans that I can get. I don't even know where I left my phone at. I think my phone is in the car. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. That's just where I am. Like, ugh. But fun is always fun. Let's go.
Hold on one second. I'm just getting my life together, and yeah, there's a lot going on. I got like 5,000 screens. You know how it goes.
Yeah, you got 5,000 things open on the 9 screens that you have. Just so y'all know, Dominion's Gay Boy Mansion, his room has like 17 screens going all up the wall and shit. Inside the closet and outside the closet. Jimmy Fisher, hello. Hey, Joshua.
And it's not camera because it's on right.
Giving you the blues today.
Can you see this? Can you see the screen yet?
So I can see the screen, but it's not moving. I could hear what's going on, but it's just not moving.
All right, I gotta make sure because if I got too much shit open, sometimes it gives us guff. All right, can you see the screen now?
I can. I've been able to see the screen. Yes.
See what's going on, and smile for the camera because it's only right.
It's standing still on this end. I'm not sure if that's.
Can you see anything?
The screen is still stuck on her face.
It's giving live on my end, so hold on.
And that's what's happening on my end. So please, everybody out there. So Manga, Jimmy, Eccentric, Lola, Joshua, Atlas, anybody, because it's freezing on my end, what I can see.
Yeah, and I'm on full, sometimes just okay, so it looks like we got a better thing now. So let's try it again.
Okay, cool.
All right, can you see the screen?
Yes.
It's like, see what's going on. And smile for the camera because it's only right.
Baby, I don't even know what this is. Is this a this is a slick back with a ponytail on top of it? Is that what it is? And a bang, a side bang?
I think it is. Yes, and the funny part to me is that they made her look like is like a little young Chewbacca. Hold on. Just give me 1 second.
Okay. So listen, thanks everybody. So El Dion, thank you for tuning in. Des, thank you for tuning in. Manga, what's up, guy? Thank you for tuning in. Eccentric, Lola, Joshua. Hey everybody, happy that you all are here. You all are helping with my mood today because it was starting off on a really crappy day. But yeah, you all are helping out my mood. So thank you guys.
All right, can you see me now?
We can see you, yes, and the picture is still on there, which that is just frozen right now. Yes, now
That's fine. Oh, I didn't mean to stop sharing. I meant to go to the other one. All right, can you see a picture of a moderately attractive Negro?
Yes, with a lot of hair grease or something going on in his hair, or maybe that's gray hair or gnats. I'm just,
yes, it could be gnats. Yes,
it could be. So this
I don't know why, but I am offended.
First off, that's hella ignorant and stereotypical.
This app is so racist.
All right, looks like we're having some sort of internet blah blah blah. So we're gonna come back to all of that. So why don't you dig into those stories that you got for us today?
Let's do that. Yeah, let's talk about this. Okay, so listen. So first couple things. There's one story that I found which it was of interest to me, and I was laughing at the same time. But neighbors complained about people repeatedly having sex in the parking lot of an Atlanta adult business. So the city of Atlanta is now trying to shut down Tokyo Valentino on Cheshire Bridge Road in Northeast Atlanta.
No! Oh no!
We just reported the news. That's all we know. We just reported it. Channel 2's Tom Jones spoke to people who live in the community near the business, and they said they're afraid to walk at night because of the indecent activity that goes on behind 2 vacant buildings near their home. One person said sex is going on in the parking lot, even 9 a.m. in the morning, one woman said. She said her surveillance camera routinely captured people having sex in parking lots near her home, and she said they're customers from Tokyo Valentino, and they often leave evidence of their indecent activity. She said, if you come here...
using condoms, thank goodness.
She said, if you come here after 3 a.m., you will see a lot going on. So another neighbor said they also park in the street in front of people's houses. And, people are just getting upset. Neighbors told Jones from Channel 2 News that the business and its customers are ruining their quality of life. Someone said, I'll be happy when they shut it down. So the city of Atlanta is trying to do just that. They sent Tokyo Valentino a non-compliance letter and a directive to cease and desist. It said the business is operating illegal adult video booths, and it captured 2 customers having sex in the parking lot. But an attorney for them said the city is out of bounds trying to shut it down. They said forfeiture is not a remedy under the city's zoning code. Tokyo Valentino appealed the cease and desist order to that board. And Wiggins said that the business hasn't had video booths and people having sex doesn't make it an illegal adult entertainment business. Now, attorneys for the city said Tokyo Valentino's own advertising said it operates as an adult entertainment establishment. That is, and I quote, that for an admission fee, you can enter recreation area stalls where you can use bondage, which is what Stacey Evans said to the board. Now, the board denied Tokyo Valentino's appeal. The neighbors are praying for some relief. If they would leave, it would be wonderful, which is what a neighbor was saying. But what goes on inside is not very nice. Again, all these neighbors are not very happy about this. Now, the owners of Tokyo Valentino are asking the courts to stop Atlanta's efforts to shut down the business. And a spokesperson has repeatedly told Jones he would send a statement in response to the cease and desist directive. But so far, he hasn't said anything. So listen, our thoughts and well wishes go out to Tokyo Valentino because I don't know about anybody else, but listen, I'm not going to say I have a frequent flyer card with them, but all I'm going to say is I know this place. I know this place. That's what I will say. That's all I got.
And, you know, the kids always got to find a way to ruin it, right? And so what they want to do is they want to go
neighbors, because this is a combination.
Well, no. So I'm just going to be honest with you. As a homeowner, if I lived in that neighborhood and people were fucking and all of that shit in front of my house, I would have some issues with that too.
I agree.
As a gay man, I am perfectly fine with the business itself, but what it is that the girls don't want to pay the fee to go inside, so they just want to fuck outside, which is a problem.
Which anyway, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So that's what I'm saying is the girls don't know how to act, and they're always fucking it up for everybody else.
But now the only other thing that I will say, and I'll use this as an example, the Eagle in New York City, when people started moving into the meatpacking district and started making it, you know, elite and chic and all this other stuff. And listen, I understand that, yes, you are spending your money. You've put this money down on property. You're paying taxes. I get all of that. But do understand that you moved into this particular area. You moved into this place, which has been a long-standing area that these things go on in, and you decided to make your home there. Not only did you decide to make your home there, then you decided to change the way of life in that particular area. So I just have a couple different mixed emotions about that because I get it. I want people to be able to be comfortable in their own space, but I also want people to be like, listen, you're moving into a space that nobody wanted to live in, that people decided what they were going to do with it, which was to go and do whatever they want in this area. But now you want to call it a home, and now you mad?
But I think that's different, though, because the Eagle had always existed there. That street festival had always existed there as a part of the fabric of the city. Tokyo Valentino as a business may have always existed there, but people fucking in the parking lots, fucking in my backyard, fucking in my driveway, blocking my access to my house is not something that's always existed. And I don't think that you should expect to have to tolerate that in the neighborhood. Now, that to me, that's the difference between the New York Eagle and this, because
do we know that people have moved into the neighborhood with Tokyo Valentino? Like, was that business staying there by itself? Because if I remember correctly where it is, it doesn't seem very residential to me when I remember.
That's what I'm wondering too, is that, you know, but I'm saying, even if those people just moved in, having that business there in and of itself is not a problem. But people block, and then, you know, just on a regular day, blocking your driveway, fucking in your driveway and in your backyard and all of that is a problem.
I agree.
That's different because that is a nuisance. If you just having an adult business, to me, is not a nuisance.
I agree.
It's a nuisance if I can't get to my house. And so the difference between that in New York and the New York Eagle is that people moved in and said they don't want that kind of business there, no matter what it is, because it's the fucking meatpacking district. So they built there's all kinds of other stuff in that neighborhood. And so you're just saying that you want to change the entire fabric of the neighborhood without any justification for saying, oh, it's made it dangerous or whatever. Because the most of the people that went to the New York Eagle generally came and left, and there was rarely any problem. And the only big thing that happened was the street festival that day.
Right.
So to me, that's entirely different. And so I'm like, go to the club, pay your admission fee, and fuck in there, or go someplace else. I think, and people always say, "Oh, well, this is what we like to do." I mean, people always say that, but then they don't want you. You wouldn't want people fucking in front of your house
So
all the time. So why would you think it's okay to go and do that in front of where someone else lives?
But again, for me, the issue is, and I don't know this about that area, whether the business was there first and then people moved in. But again, I'm just trying to remember what I remember. But for me, you should not have to deal with people fucking in your driveway, fucking in your car. Like, you shouldn't have to deal with that. That part I'm agreeing with, because as a homeowner, wherever you decide to live, don't block my shit up. Don't fuck my shit up. That's
right.
Where I'm at. But getting mad because you are seeing what's going on, or it's 3:00 in the morning, or your Ring camera's catching something. But hey, everyone is different. Everyone has a threshold of where they are. I am not a homeowner, so let me be clear. I do know where I like to live and how I like to live, but I get it. But I'm just going to point that out there. I'm going to play devil's advocate. So I'm going to go on to this next story. Last week, we had a 4.0 magnitude aftershock that was recorded in northern New Jersey on Friday evening. It was a little more than 7 hours after a 4.8 magnitude earthquake in the same area produced tremors that were felt in New York City, as far away as Maryland and Massachusetts. So the aftershocks happened around 6 p.m. local, roughly 6 miles below the Earth's surface near Gladstone, New Jersey. The tremors sent ripples throughout the surrounding area. Within minutes, New York City's emergency notification system warned residents to remain indoors and call 911 if injured. There was no injuries or fatalities that had been reported by Friday evening. Government agencies were searching for potential structural damage and all that stuff. But it really disrupted the air traffic control service and slowed down train service and jolted a lot of millions of Americans out of the daily routine. But for the most part, it was just that, a lot of tremblers. The trembler was felt across a large swath of the eastern United States, from, like I said, from Maryland down to Connecticut, including Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Boston. And about 5 seconds of slight shaking was felt in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and a few people reported it in southern Maine. So again, no extensive damage to buildings have been detected Friday afternoon. And it wasn't immediately clear what triggered the earthquake. It occurred along the Piedmont, a plateau that runs along the east side of the Appalachian Mountains. Because that formation contains relatively old, dense rocks, its shaking spreads across hundreds of miles. So it's not really, it could be anything. It could have just been plate shifting. What is it? Tectonics, plate shifting. It could have just been anything. It could have been gas being released. It could, whatever it is, it could have been anything. So we don't necessarily know what actually happened or what actually caused the earthquake, but that's where we are. So hopefully all of you that are tuning in from New York, hopefully that all of you are doing well. There was a lot of damage to any of your stuff or people that you love and care for. So hopefully that was the case. But that's interesting, because this is probably about I want to say like the 4th or 5th earthquake in my life that I've kind of felt slightly.
You felt that? Because I wasn't even aware that it had happened. Maybe I was just busy with other stuff, but all I saw was that some people on teams had been like, did you feel that? And I was, I was like, feel what? So yeah, I didn't feel anything. I've managed to miss all of the earthquakes, because like when we had the one in 2011, I was on a cruise ship. So I had to find out about it on the news.
My ass was at work, and when I saw my supervisor take off and run past my office, baby, you have to tell me twice. When I say I met her in the hallway while I was running down that hallway and opened the door for her.
And he was like, what are we running for? Baby,
I was like, where are we going? I was like, open the door. Come on, girl, hurry up. That's just where I was at. So, right. But anyway. So listen, I love reporting out news of the weird. So first story, Punxsutawney Phil and his wife, Phyllis, have big news. They are parents to 2 healthy babies. Just wanted to report that out to you all. Phil and Phyllis have started a family. And the president of the Inner Circle, part of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club, said that he talked to Phil with his cane, which lets him speak groundhogese, and Phil could not be more excited. So Phil and Phyllis live in a climate-controlled quarters at the Punxsutawney Memorial Library, but plans are in place to move them to larger quarters on the grounds now that their family is growing. Now, it's been said that the offspring will not become Punxsutawney Phil because Phil is immortal, having drunk the quote-unquote elixir of life, which Phyllis is prohibited from imbibing. So just keep that in mind, that there's only going to be one Punxsutawney Phil, again, in case you were wondering. But I also wanted to report out that this next story, in 2024, from News of the Weird, California started prohibiting police departments from sharing photos of suspects in nonviolent crimes. Now, United Press International reported this a few days ago. Now, accordingly, the Murrieta Police Department started using emojis, characters from movies, and most recently, Lego head images to cover the faces of suspects when they posted on social media. But now, one of the lieutenants said that the Lego heads have to go. He said the Lego group reached out to us and specifically and respectfully asked us to refrain from using their intellectual property in their social media content. They said that they understand and they're going to comply with that. So Lego was like, baby, we're not having this at all. You are not.
Yeah, you're not going to have me have a picture of Lego Batman on top of the guy that stole some panties from the JCPenney's.
So, but listen, Lego's that girl. She's that company. And Lego is, listen, they got all the pull in the world. This last story from News of Weird. So a 47-year-old man was arrested in Perrowan, Utah on March 17th after multiple drivers reported him from I-15, which is on the local radio station KSL-TV. Now, callers said the man's pickup truck had red and blue flashing lights, and they were getting other vehicles to move out of their way. That's what was reported to the police. What tipped them off? The pickup also had a construction company logo on the side. So the suspect indicated that he was only trying to get through traffic faster, not pulling anyone over. He also tested positive for cannabis, amphetamines, and methamphetamine. And
he had a lot going on.
And he also had a small bag of white powder that he said he uses to stay awake while driving.
That is one of the uses of it.
Yeah, he was booked into Iron County Jail. So that's where we are. Lastly, I want to report out Missy Misdemeanor Elliott is actually going to be going on her first tour. Her career has provided the very definition of quote unquote leaving wanting more, and she has long resisted touring. Supporting her along the way will be a trio of figures that are also instantly recognizable to anyone who knows Elliott's career. They would be Busta Rhymes, Ciara, and Timberland. Now, her longtime manager, Mona Scott Young, tells Variety that she credits a key historic milestone for spurring Elliott into action. She said that call came probably after the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. She said she thinks that was a seismic moment for her, and that she realized that this was a goal and a dream that she had been working so hard to attain. And so for Missy, it was very important that when she embarked on this journey, she did it with what she's calling her family. Buster and Missy, have always been twins for so long, and I'm putting that in quotations. People have compared them in terms of their unique ability to really think outside the box, in terms of their personas, in terms of their music. So people have always wanted to see them do something together. And of course, Ciara has worked with her, and they've become friends, and she looks to Missy as a mentor. She has such a dynamic stage show herself, and is a pop star in her own right. I'm reading the article. And of course, Timberland. Her partner in rhyme.
Baby, I'm just reading the news, honey.
Yeah, I mean, Timberland and Missy have a long history. So now the tour is going to be going to be called the Out of This World, the Missy Elliott Experience Tour. It begins July 4th in Vancouver and wraps up in August 22nd in Rosemont, Illinois. So we got key stops along the way.
So they only going to be on tour for like a month and a half?
Listen. I'm reporting the news. That's all I'm doing.
This ain't no Renaissance tour, okay?
These key stops along the way include shows July 11th at LA's Crypto Arena, August 9th in Newark, New Jersey's Prudential Center, and August 12th at Brooklyn's Barclays Center.
The outing will also take her to cities including Boston, Detroit, Philadelphia, DC, Las Vegas, Oakland, Seattle, Austin, Houston, Tampa, Baltimore, Montreal, and Toronto. So,
well, if you don't like the tour or didn't want a tour before, you are doing a lot in 45 days. Because when did you say the tour starts? July what?
It starts July 4th in Vancouver
and ends in August?
August 22nd. Yep.
So a month and a half. Yeah, that is a lot of stuff to do in a month and a half.
Listen, now the tour was teased Monday with a sci-fi oriented clip directed by video director Dave Meyers, starring the four of them, minus Timberland, who wasn't available for the shoot. And it's kind of cute because it kind of fits their personality. It's Buster, Missy, and then Sierra. And then there's a whole big conversation, but just listen, just go check it out. It's a cute little video. It gives you a feeling that it's homemade, but then it's not, because it's not really, but it was cute. But anyway, I think this is going to be an interesting tour. So I want to see how this is going to play out, but I think it's going to be an interesting tour, and best of luck to all of them, Missy, Sierra, and Buster. And I think Sierra just had a baby not too long ago, right?
I think so.
I think she just had a baby. So
yeah, I don't really keep up with her like that.
Definitely going to be trying to, if this tour is going to be helping her with this baby weight, if that is what she is, because I think she just had the baby, but it's definitely going to be helping her with that baby weight. And I know she's going to be trying to get herself together for it anyway. So good for them. So looking forward to seeing how this is going to turn out.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's get in. We've had so much fun the past couple of weeks with YouTubes and TikToks and stuff that we've neglected the Hootie. So let's jump back into it with Tom Brown.
Listen, just so you guys know, Tom Brown I have heard Tom Brown's name mentioned so many different times. I knew nothing about Tom Brown, but the more I looked at Tom Brown, the more I started to understand his aesthetic. So let's go through this video, or let's go through this presentation. So Tom Brown is an American fashion designer. He's the founder and head of design for Tom Brown, a luxury fashion brand based in New York City. He debuted his women's collection in 2014, and he's widely recognized for challenging and modernizing today's uniform. And also what I found out is Tom Brown is actually from Pennsylvania. And I want to say he's from somewhere outside of Philadelphia, if I remember correctly. But anyway, so listen, as I said, I'm not a fan of Tom Brown, but baby, these were some looks that have come out.
It's a lot of. When I looked at this a couple of weeks ago when you first said it, I was like, it's a lot of look.
It's a lot of look. So as we can see here, a lot of these are from his ready-to-wear couture shows that were recent, and I would say within the last 3 years. But again, listen, this hat, the cape, the bow, it's all over the top. It's all extra. But you know what? For certain people, it fits. Like I can see this like a Erykah Badu, like a Andre 3000, like a just somebody, Lady Gaga at some particular point, wearing this stuff on an everyday basis. So, but I thought it was a cute look, the uniform, the jacket, because I love this jacket, how the sleeves kind of, at the front of it gives space for the arms to come out where there would have been sleeves. So I kind of like it. This was another interesting look. As you can see, or if you didn't realize, this is our girl, MJ Rodriguez, modeling for Tom Brown. It's very Asian inspired. It's got a couple things going on. It's got a poof and a fit and a zipper and lots of material. But listen, something about it is beautiful. And that's how I keep looking at his stuff, and I keep saying to myself, something about it is beautiful. Now I don't necessarily know if I'm going to wear it or if I would buy it, but something about it is beautiful.
It's something.
I actually like this, minus the nails, but the dress, I feel like there's several people that could rock this and rock it well, and I feel like it's a good look. It's something that can be rocked a couple different ways. I thought it was cute. You just have no comment. This is giving me every
look. I was just like, I listen, it's all very avant-garde, and I generally love avant-garde, but it's so ridiculous, and I'm just like, this is these all just feel like wastes of fabric to me because they're so like when we looked at Schiaparelli, right? So most of that shit was fantastical, but it was still wearable. Like if somebody actually showed up on a runway with this shit on, you'd be
Well,
like,
but see, here's the thing: you have people that are showing up because this is reminiscent of, and again, this is probably the wrong comparison, but RuPaul's Drag Race, the season finale, when Willow won, she came on stage with a outfit that was large and big like this. So I don't necessarily know if it was Tom Brown. Maybe it was
I
Tom
would
Brown,
not use drag queens
but I'm just
as
saying.
a barometer of whether something is ready to wear.
No, but yeah, that's what I said. Maybe not a good barometer, but I'm gonna say, listen. While for me,
I'm going to go with manga and say no.
It is not something that I think this would not be something that's in my closet that I would say I definitely have to wear. But hey, listen, if you decided you had to wear your jacket and we were going out somewhere, listen, bitch, I'd fight next to you. I would, but
First of all, you would be fighting next to me, but you would have called Devon and suddenly took my picture and sent it to her and be like, well, look what this girl wore.
Maybe, but but you know how I roll, because I'll be like, bitch, are you okay? You comfortable? Okay, bitch. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna take this picture. I'm gonna tell you this, but girl, I got your back. I'm gonna fight with you. So, but anyway, let's go on to the next one. So again, the uniform, this situation, he mixes up textures, fabrics, colors, patterns, all of it, and makes it look uniform all at the same time. So I thought this was the look all the way together. I thought it was okay. It threw me off. The pattern changed a little bit, but I actually liked it. I thought it was actually kind of cute, bag and all.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't like this. Something about this I do like, and I could see myself saying, you know what, I could probably rock this jacket or this, I would put this look somewhere in a book, maybe.
I put it somewhere,
but it's not, but it could work.
I definitely put it somewhere.
Again, the uniform look, it's very prep school. Yeah, these sleeves though, for me, I'm noticing he's been consistent with this. Like he loves to show every bit of the layers of stuff. And so it's a little off-putting for me, because it's almost like if you just want to wear the overcoat by itself, then the sleeves are too short, but you need to put something over the long sleeve. So I don't know, but it's a look.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, this is a look. It's all of his stuff is very for stage. I was gonna say I could see Grace Jones, but I feel like this stuff might be a little bit too pedestrian for Grace.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
But I feel like it's a good start to like, oh, Baby Gay's first, designer type of thing, or like Baby Gay's first avant-garde or couture, that sort of thing. So, but this jacket, it's a creation, not one of my favorites, but hey, this is where we are. Listen, I don't care what you say about nothing else, but this drama of this bow and these red and white high heel shoes, I'm here for it. I don't know what it is, but I just like the drama of the bow. I don't know what it is, and the shoes. That's what I do like. That's what I do like. This was interesting.
Actually, I like this one because I feel like this is just something about this. It's all of these flower appliques, and I just feel like it's setting you up. I don't know what's underneath this, but even if there's nothing under this, but if this is a reveal to something even more faggoty underneath, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I never found out what was underneath. I think this is probably just the jacket, but we'll see. Very Hunger Games. Made the eyes.
It is very bad.
And in some weird kind of way, like I like it from the waist up. And I even can work with the lapels being on the side.
Jared said it looks like mold. The previous one.
He's about the previous one, yeah. But I could even work with the lapels on the side, but the rest of the jacket is like, nah, not so much. But you know, a very Hunger Games. But hey, it works. It's very costumey though. Okay.
Did you ever see? Have you seen Dune yet?
I have seen Dune the original, and I've seen the first.
Okay, so you haven't seen the second one. This is giving me like a scene out of that one where the Baron Harkness was like super tall because he was on one of the elevator lifts.
Yes, and this is cute. The idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's huge. This train is huge, huge. Listen.
I like the proportions of this.
I don't care what you say, but this motherfucking skirt is everything. The way it's deconstructed, but yet constructed at the same time.
Yes.
This skirt is amazing. Amazing.
And you notice that is a whole hair construction shaped in as a poodle on her head.
Listen, Tom Brown does some, but this construction on this skirt is amazing for me. Amazing. Yes. In some very weird
bag person, but a well-dressed bag
right.
lady.
And it's like a Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna go hang out on Eastern Market on a cold, brisk day, and I'm gonna get me some apple cider. I'm gonna go throw all this stuff on, minus the hat. But you know that's what I feel like. It would be somebody in Capitol Hill rolling around with this on, like, oh yeah, I just threw this on because I was coming outside. And it's like you threw it your Tom Brown to come outside. Okay, all right, there we go. Listen. This is my girl, and y'all know I love me some Janet. This is probably one of the most basic things that
I was gonna say this is basic as hell.
It's one of the most basic things that he's had that she's put on. Listen, and I've said this before. You can rewind the tape somewhere. I love my girl. I'm never gonna say that she's the best dresser,
the
but
Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
This is probably the most bland look that he has probably. But I will give my girl some credit. She's working the outfit and the bag. But once again, these sleeves where you have one long sleeve, one short sleeve, you got to have something underneath it or whatever. It's whatever.
So they probably presented a bunch of outfits. They was like, hey, Janet, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? No. What about this, Janet? No. What about this?
Maybe.
No.
Maybe. She would wear it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about this. I'm sorry for yelling, but thank you. I love it.
Go to the next screen.
I will say that, listen, the Jacksons, I don't know, all of them collectively, at least between Michael and LaToya and Janet, I don't know what their fascination is with surgery, but this is starting to get into Jocelyn Wildenstein territory. It's starting to look very cat-like to me.
So, I'm never going to say what she has or has not had done. But what I will say is her makeup artists, when I say they snatch this face around, that they do. Now, a lot of this, I'm not saying that she
honey, it's all made out of plastic. It's easy to snatch.
But I'm just saying. But listen, her makeup, because Kevin Aucoin hit the motherfucking map with Janet, because he was making everything you saw in the 90s with That's the Way Love Goes, how she looked all soft and dewy and wet all the time. That was Kevin Aucoin. So, but anyway, the next
This is a terrible picture of Queen Latifah.
So, Queen Latifah,
and this outfit is awful.
She wore this to the Tom Brown fashion show, and she was wearing his design. The jacket I kind of like. It fits her character in the sense that she doesn't want to necessarily be masculine, but then she doesn't necessarily want to be totally feminine. But it kind of works for her in that space of non-binary.
I'm sorry, this is an ugly outfit.
Hey, listen, I have no judgment on this. It's like, all right, well, it's just the case.
Well, clearly I do. So,
I just, I do like the bag though. That's all. That's what I do like.
The bag is interesting.
That's it. Listen, you talked about Dune. Now, baby, listen. Isn't this the Baron?
That is definitely the Baron.
Okay. So again, Tom Brown and his looks and the uniform piece and this avant-garde. I don't really know what this, but listen, this is how he. Yeah, just go to the next one.
It's just like, okay, we're playing. I get that we're playing with volume and proportions, and
yeah.
Now this
is amazing.
I fucking love this. I love everything. First of all, I love that she is so beautifully dark skinned that it sets off the color, the white of this. I love this whole headpiece, this dress, and I love this volume. And so I love everything about this. And I love the asymmetry of it.
She again, everything is so stark compared to her complexion, but everything in this is working right because it's giving me very much of like a chic steampunk, but with the platform heels, but then the hat, but it's giving eleganza, but then it's not, but then it's given every day, but then it's not, but it's just dramatic at the same time, and it's just beautiful and it's very feminine. Everything about it is just very feminine.
Yes.
I even like this, the bottom of this.
I like this. I mean, I like it less. It looks like a hat that you just pull down over your waist. So it's all right. I don't think it's quite giving what it was supposed to give.
I think that she needs to have, or Tom needed to have the right model in this.
Yeah, some more body.
Yes, with some more body that would have filled this out and sold this. Like, can you imagine Cardi B and something like this, or Megan Thee Stallion like this, or even Beyonce with like a body like? Oh my God, it would be amazing. Or even let's go with like an Amber Rose, not Amber Rose, Amber from Glee. I can't think of her last name. Amber.
That Amber. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of her that. But again,
Amber Rose too got a body, but I don't think of her as a model.
Yeah, no, but
that's what she does. But
it'll give me some more fullness. So, but yes, I do like this as well. This is another one that I actually did like as far as like the gowns and stuff. It's very dramatic, steampunk-ish as well. It's from the same collection, if you will. But I did like it because the coat is like an overcoat and it's dragon and cape or whatever. Like it's a lot of it, the volume.
Yeah.
I liked it. I had mixed feelings about this because number one, I thought this was Dominique in the picture, and I'm still the verdict is still out. I thought it was Dominique Jackson modeling for him. But this romper type of play suit situation with like over top of a suit somewhere, it's a lot, and I just don't know how I feel about it. But it's definitely.
It's like this is the outfit that Humpty Dumpty had on top, and then this is his under. He's getting undressed.
I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. We're
going back to Crazy Town now.
Yeah, this is confusion again for me because you start putting the blazers at the bottom, and I just no. And like I said, from the waist up, I think I actually like this from the waist up with the big.
From the waist up it's workable. I don't. This feels like a lot to me and unnecessarily a lot. And listen, Tom Brown is a multimillionaire. He has a fashion house. I do not have a fashion house, so there we are. But it's just not my cup of tea, and so that's that.
Yeah. This was interesting.
It just feels. It's not. It's at least one of the things you could say is that the other ones are dramatic, even if you don't like it. I just feel like this one is.
It's interesting because he's trying to play with the color palette. I mean, not the color, but the patterns in the color palette. That's what he's trying to play with.
Right.
And but again, it's the basic uniform thing, and he's playing with it. So okay. Now, to be clear, this jacket, something about this jacket, baby,
The jacket was actually like a more like fit like an actual jacket would fit. This would be cute. All those different patterns would be very cute.
Out of this jacket. I like this jacket. Now the dress and everything else, but the jacket I do like. I definitely like it.
I love this hat. I'm gonna stop, and that's I don't everything from the chin down is a no for me. But this hat is everything. It's like the hat says, drum major, but make it gay.
Okay, we'll go with that. I don't really have anything else to describe this, so we're gonna go to the next one. Now, I love this skirt. The fact that all this tulle and it's I love I like mermaid gowns and I love like when they have these big tools. I like the bottom of it. The top of it, I'm not really feeling, but the bottom I do like, and I can see that you can do a whole bunch with that, even if you just left it all red or all blue or white or whatever. But I think it would have been amazing.
I'm with Manga. What drugs is this man doing when he's sewing and designing? Because girl, some of this stuff, I was like, girl, you was high as fuck when you came up with this.
That's why I like the bottom. Yes, I do like the bottom.
Well, all right.
But I can definitely say that last slide is probably a more, I want to say a better representation of Tom Brown as a designer. Because that kind of talks about everything that he does. He likes to play with color. He likes to play with patterns. He likes to move the lines. He also likes to play with the shape of other pieces and try to do other things with them, but still keep them in a uniform setting. So I kind of like that for that picture for that reason. So, but hey, that was Tom Brown, and that's the hoodie for the week. So that's where we are.
All right, so let's see if we can try to make this work again. So.
Cool.
Let me go this way.
Let's take a.
If we married and my husband refuses to share his location with me, yes, I have heard of this scenario before. We get a divorce. Matter of fact, we would have spoken about this already during our dating stage. And if I find out you don't believe in sharing your location with your wife, we ain't gonna make it no further anyway. Because I know what it means. There's only one reason a person don't want to share their location with you that you're romantically involved with, supposed to be in a relationship with, and that's because they don't want you to know where they're at. There's only one reason a person don't want you to know where they're at, because they know you wouldn't like where they at, right? That's simple. Okay. So no, that's what cheating was like. Cheating don't look like you walking in on a man in the bed with a woman. We don't all get the benefit of seeing it for.
All right. So I think we've seen enough of that. I want to know what your thoughts are, and more importantly, I want to know what other people think about this, because I had very clear thoughts on it, but my thoughts don't always align with what the people think.
Number one, if you're in a relationship, there needs to be a certain amount of trust. Right. People, for me, when I hear people say stuff like this, I feel like you're micromanaging and you're being controlling, because you want to know every single thing that person does, where they are. And I'm also going to turn that spotlight around and say, I hope you're doing the same thing, because if you're not, then that definitely doesn't. It's very hypocritical. But who's to say that this particular person is not sharing their location because they're trying to do something for you and don't want you to fucking know where they are? Like, I don't like these reasons that people are quick to jump to. I get it. She may have had some
trauma response.
But it's like you've had some bad experiences and you're letting that dictate what's going on. It's like, baby, that doesn't happen with everybody. But those are my thoughts on that, because I just no, I'm not. And
if I met someone and they were like, turn your location on, I'd be like, no. Just as a default, I'd be like, no, you don't need to know where I am when I'm not with you.
Right.
And it's not because I'm not doing anything. Just by default, I am an extremely independent person, right? And I spend time with you because I want to spend time with you. And I don't need to feel like you need to know everywhere I am. Because to me, all of that, what really upsets me when I hear stuff like this is that I can see,
the writing on the wall and
The
like
writing on the wall. I have been, oh, he's pretty or she's pretty, pretty young damaged. I've just been hurt in my past relationships, and you spit, baby, because if she's telling you that, if you don't respond, and so if she thinks that you're somewhere, right, and you don't respond to her instantly, right, if she texts you, right, and you take more than 5 seconds to respond, she's going to think you're cheating. If you were supposed to be home at 5 and you get home at 5:15 because of traffic, she's going to think you're cheating. So everything, it's like the biggest red flag, because everything about your relationship is going to be about you cheating. So it don't matter if you share your location, whatever, because he's still not going to be satisfied. And I've never dated a woman, but I have dated men just like this. And I tell you, you will never be able to satisfy them if that's the mindset that they are coming from the jump.
She is giving very much of Angela. Marcus's resting heartbeat is 132 beats per minute. It takes him 17 minutes to get from work to home. And then when he comes in the house, he goes upstairs and takes a dump. And he comes back downstairs. And if he's going to the gym, it only takes him 12 minutes to get there. And he works out for 45 minutes. And he comes back home. And it takes him another 12 minutes. Now I'll give him another minute just because he may stop to get a smoothie somewhere. But his ass should be home in less than 15 minutes. No, girl.
Right.
Nope.
It's a no for me.
Not for me.
Right. So like if we were in a relationship and this woman or some dude was like, "Yeah, I need you to share your location with me," I'd be like, "No," and I'm out.
Yeah, like we're not doing that. Why am I need to share my location?
And she'd be like, "No, well, I'm taking it back." No, you've already revealed too much of yourself in a way that I already know. Life is too short and too long to both too short and way too long to deal with your bullshit.
Yeah, we're not doing that. I'm not. Somebody else can, but I'm not.
You can. There we go.
Yeah.
Ever tell y'all how I fucked all the members of the Temptations?
Baby, when I first saw this, it took me all the way out. I was like, is that Claire Huxtable talking about fucking the Temptations? And I know it's not Claire Huxtable. I 100% know that. I know that this woman is an accomplished Emmy Award-winning actress who did a lot of shit before The Cosby Show and did a lot of shit afterwards. But in my mind, there's always going to be Claire Hanks Huxtable, and I cannot see Mrs. Attorney Mrs. Claire Huxtable talking about fucking the all the Temptations.
Listen, and for the part that I know of her is somebody lied to her and said, "Oh, because she is the dean of one of the schools." And they said, "Oh, somebody's giving us some money." She said, "I have absolutely no money to give them." That was a lie, baby. I fell out.
Oh, she said that for real?
Yes. She said, "I have no money to give."
I thought they did it because like she's one of the most famous alumni of that department. So it's like good name recognition. So it's good to raise money.
Whatever reason they gave and why they allowed her get who that's fine. But the daily business of going to the dean and going to the school to try to get some stuff.
Yeah,
she literally she walked over.
She's gone now, isn't she? Right?
I think
because when I went to Dylan's graduation, they said whoever was the president who was on his way out too was like, "This is your last graduation ceremony."
So
she was leaving.
She's still on the campus doing some things. I think her contract runs out later, but she's still there. She's still around. Gotcha. Now, whether she's coming in all the time, that's something completely different. But she's around. But she came over during when we're at the beginning of the semester to help students when they were going through all. Did you
talk to her?
No, she was at the table next to me, and I kind of heard her sit down and talk to her, but I haven't talked to her. I did catch her in the elevator one time, and Grace's ass was trying to be the ultimate bugaboo fan and was trying to get her fans like, "Oh my God, my grandkids, they love her, and they trying to get a picture." And so she's getting in the elevator, and Grace is trying, "Come on, Miss Felicia, could you take a picture?" I was like, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Listen, I'm so sorry. She's very harmless. I'm gonna just pull her with me." She's like, "No, but the grandkids want to get a picture." I was like, "If you don't leave that woman alone, let her go up these damn steps, get on that elevator and go upstairs. Come on, girl." But whatever.
Quick barber tip. A lot of you guys keep asking how to get my lineups crispy. If you shave your balls with this trimmer, just make sure you spray disinfectant before you line up the mustache. You smell that? It smells like cheese. Quick barber tip.
First of all, why does your balls smell like cheese?
First of all, why are you using the same clippers that you use on your balls to trim somebody's mustache? And the way old boy's eyes got real big, like.
But your balls smell like cheese. Who does that? Where does that happen?
I'm assuming this was a joke.
I'm just saying. But listen, you could have chose something else. Listen. Now, if you said some shit like, "Oh, I'm uncircumcised," and you pull the skin back and smell like cheese, okay, I can possibly understand that.
Yeah, but your balls shouldn't smell like cheese.
But your balls should not smell like no damn cheese. Yeah, you know damn well something. Balls smell.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt. What is love?
I call this "Look at God." We'll go on to the next one.
I got no words.
What is your plan B if nobody marries you?
Eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy.
What is your plan?
I mean, that's my plan.
Baby, I am here for it. Girl, listen, I'll meet you at the Fat and Sassy store.
So Manga says he likes ball juice on his face. Whether I do or don't, the person that cuts my hair, I'm telling you right now, I do not want their ball juice anywhere near or around me.
Listen, Manga, you talk that shit if you want to. I know good and goddamn. First of all, I know Manga's going, if anybody came over anywhere near him and had some smell, he going to pull out the bleach. So let's start with that. So, bitch, you, bitch, go sit down, girl. Go sit down.
Do you need help getting off the phone?
You on the phone again, bitch? You better hang that thing up before I bash your head in.
My God, Paul, what are you doing?
Oh. You didn't want to get off the phone?
Yes, I did, but why would you say a thing like that?
Gee, I'm sorry, honey. I guess I blanked. It's all I came up with.
Listen, but it got off the fucking phone, though, didn't she?
She did. It's kind of funny. Is that Marielle or Margot Hemingway?
I think that's who that was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which one? Because it's two different people. Marielle.
I can never tell them apart.
Okay.
I got to come back.
Something good gonna happen in this year. Something good gonna.
So this is Dwight Eubanks, from Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is apparently what she looked like. What she looks like now.
Listen. So first of all, I never thought that Dwight was attractive to me, not in that way. But what I will say is, I like this look of him better than that freshly shaved look.
No battery.
That's just
all I'm gonna say is that the picture on the right is of an attractive older man, but almost certainly the voice that is going to come out of that man is this one on the left, and I would be so off put.
Baby,
I'm just saying, you can call me shallow all you want, but if this beautiful man opens his mouth and this man's voice, and if he opens his mouth and he says it was a fashion show with no fashion, how dreadful, I'd be like, thank you.
So listen,
check please.
Listen, I definitely understand that, but I think I'm gonna have to. It depends, because
wait a minute, you trying to say you like the picture on the left better?
No. I like the picture on the right better, but I'm saying with the voice, as long as the voice is not hi, if it's not up here, I can kind of work with it, because you can be shady and still have you can be like, but if you talk about hi,
it's not the shade, it's the lady that falls out of his mouth every time.
The lady's gonna speak. I can tolerate the lady as long as it's a low register.
Gotcha.
Hey, come on over here. Come on over here. How you doing, sir?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. What's your name?
Jarrell.
Jarrell. How old are you?
35.
Where are you from?
Richmond, Virginia.
And what are you looking for?
As far as dating, somebody
No,
who's fun,
in a
somebody who like to
casserole.
spend money, somebody who like to travel, somebody who like kids.
Hey, come on over here.
First of all, I think this whole popping balloons thing when I think that is rude as hell. I just really think that's rude because you'll be popping these balloons, and I just look at some of the people that pop the balloons and be like, "Sir, you are in no position to comment by pop." I just think it's rude and unnecessary. If you don't like somebody, okay, you don't like, but you don't have to say it because this is like the equivalent of calling someone ugly to their face, which I just think is unnecessary.
I would never go on something like this.
Exactly. I would never set myself up to have a bunch of random
and
ugly to halfway decent looking people pop balloons and fuck with my self-esteem anyway. So
and a couple of them aren't random because I know like 2 of them in that video.
I feel like I know. I'm not gonna point anybody out because if I do, then other people might know them. But I'm like, girl, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But then one of them, they popped the balloon because he said he was looking for someone who had money. And some people took it the way that I took it, and some people said he was a gold digger. I didn't take it as I didn't necessarily take it as being a gold digger because he didn't say he wanted someone to spend money on him. He said he wanted someone who had money. Right. And because I am like, listen, for most of my dating life, I have been the person with the money, which says a lot because I do not have a lot of money. But, you know, it was good in my last relationship to, among other things, because I loved him and, you know, we had a good time and ever. But when we were getting ready to go someplace, like when we were like, hey, we're going to Cancun, it was like, all right, girl, how much is it? $4,000? All right, here's my $2,000. Here's your $2,000. It was no like, oh, well, is, you know, money is not everything. I'm not saying that, but it is a comfort, at least to me, to be like you and I are going on this cruise and we're doing all this stuff this summer and we both got money. There's no, I mean, we'll have money eventually. Let's be clear. But it's
the comments in the audience right now are not indicative that says that Epic has any money. Let me be clear.
It's a difference between we're gonna put this on the installment plan versus I do not have this money. I'm never going to have this money, and I'm not going to do it. And so you get to a point where you start censoring yourself and the things that you might naturally want to do because you know that your partner can't afford it. And those kind of people often are like, oh, you're ready to go to Del Frisco, and they're like, can we just go to Chili's? And I'm like, girl, I don't. We could go to Chili's or Red Lobster as a goof, but I'm not going to eat there as a normal course of action.
So now listen. Now I'm gonna go ahead on and put this out there. Now a bitch likes to eat, and I can find something on just about any menu, house and ever. When I say specifically, there's some place that I want to go, like if it is a Del Frisco's or like when we were on the cruise, we do that
the chef's table.
The chef's table. Baby, listen, I'm fucking doing it. And I think we did that the last time, like 2 times, or did we do it 3 times?
You did it 2 times because I did the 1 time and you wanted to come back when the rest of us all did it together.
I did it 2
times. So you ended up doing it twice. But yes, stuff like that.
Like listen. Now, can a bitch go to Wendy's and get a 5 for $5 or a 4 for $4? Hell yeah. Like, bitch, I'm cool with that. I can definitely work with that. So
that's not where I'm going to choose to go as a rule. Or when we get ready to talk about vacation, I mean, Atlanta's cool, Miami's cool, but bitch, we're going to Barcelona.
I need a passport. There's some blue water somewhere. Like, come on now. Like,
right. So, you know, the fact that he said he's looking for somebody with money doesn't necessarily mean that. And also, girl, I'm just, if we're going to do you pop balloons based on observations, none of y'all look like y'all got that much money. So I don't think y'all got to worry about that anyway. So
Dun, dun, dun.
Right. So I'm gonna come back to this last one, but I thought this.
Oh.
Hey y'all, today I'm with my husband, and today's gonna be telling me his top 5 crushes because I've never heard them and I want to see if they look like me or not. So, any order is just top 5 crushes.
Lady Gaga.
Okay, really?
Yeah, icon. Okay, icon.
Okay, that's cute.
Kim Petras.
Who's that?
Don't worry about it. Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Legendary.
Okay.
Troye Sivan.
I don't know what that is either.
That's okay, baby.
Okay. She's so cute.
So you're so like, girl. I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Okay.
You have like one more, I think. Make this one worth it.
Queen Naja.
Queen Naja. Oh.
Yeah, she's like girly pop.
I mean, she is cute. She's cute. Yeah. But none of these girls look like me. What?
They're bad bitches.
Okay, what about me?
You're cute and fun. You're like girl. Like you're girl. Like you're just girl. I love this
Oh,
land.
thank you, baby.
Yes.
I love my husband so much. I love you. Hey, y'all.
So like, I can't decide if this is a joke or not.
So listen, let me tell you, because I am in a work relationship with Grace. So we will. It's so funny because that's our relationship. We talk about things like that at work, and that's what we talk about. So even outside of, we kind of have these rules or these like rituals that kind of people looking at us will probably think that we're in a relationship, but we'll be the first ones to be like, no, bitch, I'm not with this. No, that's not what we're doing, bitch. If you come over here, you try to talk to me, you try to talk to her. If you try to talk to her, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. If you try to talk to me, she's gonna go. So I mean, so we have that understanding. Like we do that sort of thing. So I kind of get
but
it.
But they were talking to like they were married.
No, but no, you didn't catch it. She was talking about like he was married, and he was giving very much of like, he was like my husband. He was like, listen.
Exactly, Manga. Your man is a girl.
Listen.
He's one of the girls. He's one of the girls.
She knows that. That's her gay bestie, and she knows that. But again, that's how I have to kind of catch her sometimes. Because some of the things that sometimes Grace has posted, I'm like, girl, you fucking up the game. You sitting up here talking about shit like my husband's better than your husband because I didn't. Like, girl, but don't do that. No, girl, don't tag me in shit. Don't tag me in shit. So yeah, I get it. It's cute though. It's cute. I see that they have a good friendship.
I moved to Dubai to become a porta potty. And if you don't know what that is, it's women who come to Dubai and get pooped on for $50,000.
So
what happened?
Hold on, let's go. So you didn't hear it, so.
I moved to Dubai to become a porta potty. And if you don't know what that is, it's women who come to Dubai and get pooped on for $50,000.
So I am moving to Dubai. I'm going to wear nose plugs and let 3-4 dudes poop on me and then come back with $200,000 and I'm good.
So I'm not even mad at you. And I honestly can sit back and say, if I literally had that option to do that, not saying that I do not or that I do, would I take advantage of it? Probably.
And Lola's like, if that's your kink, go for it. It is not my kink, but money is my kink.
Oh, the green is.
And I feel like I'd have to be like, okay. Can we put some boundaries around this, right? I'd be like, so you can, you can shit from here down. You can't shit on my face, and I have to be able to have at least nose plugs.
Listen, all I need to know is where's the bathroom afterwards? Because okay, great.
Right. I'd be like, 'cause as soon as he's done, I'm like, okay, first of all,
I need to see that coin. Like, yeah, I needed to be on a table, in a suitcase, in a plastic baggie, however you want to do it, whatever it is, but I'm gonna need to see it. So that when I get finished, I can pick this up along with my towel and my soap. I'm gonna go in the bathroom, get myself together, then I'm going out the door.
and you can't hold my passport. None of that shit, because you're not gonna catch me. You're not gonna catch me out there with one of these girls that get stuck over there because you got their passport and they can't leave, and then now you just shitting on me for the rest of my life. No,
absolutely not. No. Matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and Zelle me? Because you can Zelle me. Just go ahead and Zelle me. Just Zelle me. You can't. I don't want you to cash at me because if you cash at me, that's over $5,000. No. You can't do that. Just Zelle me. Send it to my bank account. Yep.
And Lola said, my issue with this is a black woman, the whole degradation of it. I mean, yes.
I mean, but listen, if like you just said,
shit on for free,
if that is her kink, and or if she has some financial goals, then baby, I mean, but the degradation of it all.
I mean, no, I 100% get that, but I'm also saying that people get shit on for free all the time. People are in all kinds of abusive relationships. These people have the means to do this, and you could treat it just like you're any other sex worker. And this is the sex work that I did. I made my money and I dipped up out of that bitch and I came home. Because listen, I could stay there for a month and get 20 dudes to shit on me and come back with $1 million.
Listen, the thing is, I'm definitely at the end of my stay, I'm definitely going to have one of those sliding down the wall like a white woman in crisis in a lifetime movie moments, because baby, I'm gonna be inside.
I am gonna be like, what has my life come to that I gotta let men shit on me?
And I'm gonna be
I'm gonna be like Ace Ventura. I was like, I can't get clean.
Listen, I will be having that moment. And while I have that moment, once I get out and I dry myself off, I'll go to my iPad or my phone and book my flight wherever it is I'm going to go. And I'll go ahead and try to resume all of that or wash it all out my hair at that particular point when I'm on the flight.
Right.
Nope. But hey, I mean, listen, knock yourself out, girl. Listen, send me the link so I can call. It's text message. Be like, all right, girl, listen, they got somebody in the States. They got family over here because I can meet them.
So this is the last one for the day.
This is what $450 a month gets you in Bangkok, Thailand. Let's go check it out. Located directly in front of the SkyTrain station in LaSalle, this brand new apartment complex has all the luxury you could want. And the price is for a 2-bedroom apartment. But the main selling point on this place and most of the apartments in Bangkok is the crazy amenities. Starting off with the beautiful gym before heading down the hall where you can find an entire Muay Thai boxing ring. And then heading down the stairs to my favorite area and the place that we use the most during our stay here. This is the beautiful pool area with its nice trees and grassy areas, and then an amazing view looking out onto Bangkok. From there, you can head over to the communal kitchen, which we never used because we always ordered grab food or went out to eat. And on top of that, they have this beautiful co-working space for all you digital nomads out there. To continue with the crazy amenities, you can head over to the instrument room where you can make your own rock band or use this as a karaoke room to jam out in the evenings. And right across from this room, there's even a movie theater room where you can watch movies. And on the other side, they have a gaming room with video games, pool table, and even a rock climbing wall. And downstairs, they even have a basketball court too. And finally, let's head upstairs to see what kind of 2-bedroom apartment you get for $450 a month. It's a very basic apartment with 2 normal-sized bedrooms and a nice view looking out onto the city below. Now, my final question for you is, would you stay here, and how much would this kind of place be in your city? Comment below.
Child, yes, and that would be $2,000 a month here in DC.
So this is, so I just quickly Googled the average monthly salary in Thailand. So the average monthly salary in Thailand was in 2022 said that workers with a bachelor's degree could earn at least in their money, whatever that number is, but in American dollars, $692.80. And if you have a master's degree, it goes up to $1,180 and $42.06
a
month. And if you do not have a degree, you can earn $450.45. And so my whole thing is that, American expats moving out of the country and be like, yeah, girl, it's cheaper to live over here. Yes, girl, but all you're doing is eventually raising the salaries in the same way that you say is untenable here. Because for the people who actually live there and got to be the ones to keep that pool clean and stock that gym and make that Thai food that you love so much, they're only making $450. So they could never, ever afford to live in a place like that.
Right.
No, it's just like disgusting to me that people will actually be like that, because all you're doing is just driving up the cost of property all over the country. That would be the equivalent of someone, and that was a problem for a time in the 80s and 90s. Remember when all of those Japanese and Middle Eastern millionaires were buying, and they're still doing it now, but it was a story like in the 80s and 90s. They were buying up all of the real estate. That's what started driving up the real estate in New York City, was all of those people, because to them, the $1,100 or the $800 that you could get an average apartment for in 1992 was water to them. So it was nothing. And so then that's why the average rent in New York City is $3,000, maybe $4,000.
Baby, listen.
And so you get in on the first wave and be one of these people who do that. But also I read further into this, because for a minute I was like, you know what, that would be cute.
Child.
I can't do it. Well,
No.
you can't do it because your girl tried to do it from Guam. And I can't do it because you can't access Amtrak systems from out of the country. But let's say we did have that kind of a job. You have to commit to staying there for at least a year. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to do this for a month or for a vacation. You got to commit, because if you're going to do a month to month like that, it's like double or triple, which still might be reasonable based on the salaries that we make. But yeah.
I'm going to say no, because I'm not I still have this thing with, it's not irrational fear, but it's one of those things. This is what I believe. And from all the things that I've heard from people that are going over that look like me, I don't want to be the freak show. I don't want to be the person like, oh my God, I want to come touch your skin. I want to touch your hair. Get off me. I do not want to be, that's not what I want to do. And I know I'm probably exaggerating that. But I don't want to be that person. I don't. I do not. And I have I feel like some of the Asian folks may not necessarily be that welcome to U.S. citizens or African Americans or what. No.
Now, I have not heard that as much in places like Thailand and Vietnam or even Japan, but I have seen lots of videos about Black people, either African Americans or Africans, living in China. And they had, some experiences along the lines of that you're talking about, and significantly worse. So while I would go, I feel like I would go and do the touristy shit and see, the architecture, and maybe have some good Chinese food, like some authentic, real Chinese food, and then I'd be out. Because, this is China. This ain't, you can't cut up. You can't be cussing the people out you're not Brittany Griner, when the Chinese police detain you, it's a wrap for you, honey.
Yeah, no, like I don't even want to get, like, listen, if I go out of the country, baby, listen, I'm gonna follow all your, I don't need you to put me on nobody's radar. Like, baby, I just want to go back home. That's all.
Right, like, remember that kid, this was maybe in the 80s or 90s, that went over to Singapore and got caught doing graffiti, and they caned his ass in front of the whole city.
Yes.
They got like 40 lads. They beat the shit out of that kid.
Yeah,
but that's their rules over there. What the fuck are you supposed to do? And My parents was like, that's what the fuck he getting. You go over to other people's country and act a fool.
I mean, listen,
No. All right, so I did want to do this one last one, and I think you might be able to relate to this too.
Because I do this time after time after time. I do all this shit for other people. And then I wake up and I'm empty. I have nothing.
What are you talking about? You seem like you're a tough girl to me, but you just do things on your own.
I always get myself in these fucking situations. I give everything to other people and nobody ever, I don't get what I want, okay?
Baby, I felt this so fiercely when I saw this because it feels like the story of my whole life.
I have definitely had those moments, and I've felt that way, definitely. So yeah, I've had moments like that, definitely.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into this beautiful bean footage and wrap it up.
Yay! Come on, beans. Hey.
Well, all right. It's been fun as usual. Don't forget to like this, join us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/the BGKH show. Like this episode, share it with all of your friends, and then subscribe to this podcast.
And do it again and again and again. And tell your friends to do it again and again and again. And matter of fact, send it out to 5 people and tell them to do all that stuff at the same time. Just everybody do 5 people. 5 people. Just
if you send it to 5 people and they send it to 5 people, and so on, and so on, and so on.
Right. That's what we're doing. That's how we're doing this.
That's another reference from the 80s and 90s that, a lot of you young people won't get.
Oh, God. But it's so true.
Right. So it has been a fun and interesting evening as always. I'm so glad that we got to spend this time together, and we are here, and it's good. So I'm about to log off here and have
laugh and tell a joke or two. Da, 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 da. That's all I got.
Yes, and I'm going to save you a piece of my brown butter cream cheese pound cake.
Oh, bitch! I meant to tell you, it looked good. It looked fluffy as shit. Is it fluffy? Like when you put your finger on it, does it crumble?
No, it's a dense like a normal pound cake, but it's
okay. Because I was about to say, bitch, because if it does that, bitch, you done beat the shit out of it. Don't. But as long as it's still sticking together.
She's good and ready, and I'll have a big old piece for it ready for you next time I see you.
Okay, I'll take that. I was gonna say you can make it small. I was like, no, you can make it big. No, I'll take it big.
I'll save it for you, and then I'll be gone, but you can come by the house and Kendra will let you in.
You're leaving tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, yes.
Okay. Yeah. If you slice that off, I'll get it sometime this weekend.
Okay. All right. You can message Kendra on Facebook, or I'll text you her number.
Okay, that'll work.
Well, that's it for me. I have had a wonderful time as usual. Thank y'all for coming out. You got any last words, Epic?
God bless you all, and good night. Those are my
all right. Bye. Mwah.